You're not shy. You're narcissistic. You only think about yourself. You think everybody cares about you, and you are scared of embarrassing yourself to the point where nothing is embarrassing anymore. And you know what? I've struggled with that too. I've been making myself quiet. I've been trying to seem mysterious. I've been trying to be not too loud. And now I realized how much I lost just because of this. And today, I'm going to give you the solution to it. This is what I call Shameless 101, where I'm going to give you the full guide on becoming the most annoying version of yourself. So if you want to kill your fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, stick around, because I'm going to give you psychology of shyness, why you're shy, how to conquer that, and as the last point, which is the most important point, how to become shameless to the point where you're not gonna have any more fear. My name is Mehin. I'm a law student, I'm a hyperpolyglot, and I'm a debater. I'm a public speaker, and I'm also extremely loud, and also I don't care about people's opinions, even though I grew up as a very shy teenager. Let's start with the first step out of this 3-step system. The first take rule is a simple law that you're going to implement in your life, in your daily activities, and that's going to help you kill your ego faster. First of all, you have to send those voice messages without listening to them. Secondly, you're not going to look at the pictures you take for 10 times. It's so bad. It's so bad. You look the same. Maybe some angle is better, but unless you're an Instagram model, unless you're making a living out of it, please calm down and try to live the moment. Nobody cares enough. The second part of the Avoid the Ego framework is that you have to be too much. And this, I can talk about it for decades without stopping. Being too much is so cool. The society is convinced that the being quiet is mysterious, that being quiet is better, that introverts are somehow cooler than extroverts, then you shouldn't be, and then you should always fit some sort of a chill girl archetype. Why would you be a chill girl? Okay, maybe if you're chill in nature, awesome. But if you want to express yourself, if you want to be loud, why would you literally shrink yourself all the time just to look chill, just to look cool? What is cool anyway? What is wrong with being cringe? Name me one celebrity that's never been cringe in your mind. Everyone goes through that. You have to let go of the cool girl stereotype. You have to stop trying to be chill. Being too much is great. As long as you're not disturbing anybody's life, being too much is just gonna make you unforgettable. You have to be loud, you have to express yourself, you have to laugh, you have to smile, you have to do dramatic stuff. So the third micro step is be embarrassingly loud. You're gonna choose to be embarrassingly loud. You're gonna laugh louder, you're gonna forget about being demure, you're gonna make more jokes, you're gonna compliment people more, and you're gonna feel your emotions. You're gonna feel yourself, and you're gonna show the world what you feel, what you think, your opinions, your perception, and you're gonna make this world a little better just by being and by intentionally embarrassing yourself until the point where you're not embarrassed anymore. And also, one extremely important thing is to take up physical space, because the more physical space you take, the more confident you are, and the more confident you look. And trust me, when you're confident, your speech becomes more confident, you're less shy automatically, and you're more positive generally. So take up more space as long as you're respectful and you're not taking somebody else's space. So we're done with Avoid the Ego step. Then why are we even watching ourselves? So in step 2, we're gonna cover and being so focused on yourself while you're missing out what's happening in the world. First, let me tell you, you're shy because you're watching yourself like an audience. There's no audience to watch you. Nobody cares. Trust me. Even if you're doing YouTube or content, people that are going to watch your videos are either going to be haters, they're going to hate you no matter what, or some people that really like your personality or really like the value that you're giving them. The same goes to the social settings. People that don't like you, they're not going to like you. And being more chill or cool or quiet is not going to help you. So you should stop watching yourself and stop being so self-conscious. You should understand that you're human, no human is perfect, everybody's a little bit cringe, and those polished media images or people that are so nonchalant, most chill person is not that chill, because we're humans. We're gonna stop watching your pitch so much. Your voice can break, anything can happen, you can have a cold, it doesn't change you as a person. What does change you is how you present yourself, how you stand, how you move, how you feel. How you feel defines you more than how you sound and how you look and how perfect that is. As long as you're confident, and let's move on to the second main point of it. You have to be more direct. You have to ask direct questions. You have to speak up when you don't understand something. You have to stop being scared of looking stupid, because you're not gonna look stupid. The more authentic, the more open, the more direct you are, the less shy you seem, and the less shy you seem, the more confident you look and feel. And now we're moving on to the most important part of the whole video, on how to become shameless. How to become a person that asks the most stupid questions that actually everybody wants to ask, but they're too shy. How to become the person that always is the one ordering. How to become the person that always goes first in presentations and always is considered the teacher's pet just because teachers know them. First of all, you have to weaponize shamelessness by embracing imperfection. Imperfection is great. Imperfection is what makes us human. Asymmetry. Have you seen perfect art in your life? Maybe. Have you seen truly perfect art in your life? It's always asymmetrical. It's always different. It's always some colors that clash together that make the greatest art, because that's what we love as humans. We love real people. We hate over-polished images. And let yourself be more human, because that's what we're looking for. That maybe if you're cool, you're gonna grab more attention. Maybe some people are gonna be jealous of you. But if you're authentic, and if you're real, and if you're shameless, and if you're loud, and if you're funny sometimes, this is what's going to get you a social circle that values you, and not the polished image of you, and not the image of you that you have to sustain by trying to seem low energy. Be high energy. Be high energy. Show yourself to the world. That's why I really dislike those videos on charisma that tell you to put your hands like this and to speak in a certain pitch, because while you're trying to pretend to be something that you're not, you cannot have charisma. Charisma is really this warm energy, warm, confident energy that comes from you owning your personality, your natural personality, your natural voice, your pitch, how you look, your hair, your body, everything. Intentionally choose to be slightly bolder every single day. You have to intentionally do something that you wouldn't do in a normal day. You have to wake up and do one thing that's going to make you uncomfortable. To become shameless, you have to become bolder. And to become bolder, you have to do one thing that's going to embarrass you at least a little bit every single day. Because true embarrassment is that we find ourselves and we find what we don't want to change about ourselves, no matter how the society insists that we should. Actually, let's do something interactive. If you're watching this video to this point, that means that you're really serious about taking action. So this way, you're gonna write in the comments, what is one embarrassing thing that you're gonna do tomorrow, today, in an hour, and I'm gonna see if it's bold enough, and I'm gonna reply to all of the comments, obviously. I'm very proud of you for taking this step for yourself, for your future, for your communication, for your friendships, for your love, and your mental health, and have fun. Because at the end of the day, it's all that matters. So if you want to see more self-improvement content, you can check out my channel, subscribe, and like this video if you found something useful in it. See you soon.